Unguarded and unmonitored gun-free zones kill people. I say this because it is the logical conclusion. If an institution or business posts their property with a "No Guns Allowed" sign, they are in essence suggesting that they will take on the responsibility for your personal safety and defense within the posted property. How is that implied, you might ask? Simple. If no guns are allowed, and each individual gives up their God-given right to personal self-defense, then the party that required that we relinquish this right to personal self-defense has implied that they will take on that responsibility. Otherwise, the consequences are mass shootings like this most recent one at Virginia Tech. In this case, Virginia Tech posted their property a gun-free zone, so no one was armed, and when the crazed shooter entered the building with his guns, there was no one to check to see if he had his guns, and no one to protect the people inside the building from him. I place the responsibility squarely on the Virginia Tech administration for this tragedy. By their actions in restricting guns, they have disarmed the population of the school. At that point, they took on the responsibility for the protection of the persons within that campus. There was no one to check to see that Cho had a gun, and no one to protect those students from his rampage. Of course, the ultimate responsibility rests with the shooter, but the enabler of the shooter should not go unpunished. The administration of Virginia Tech should be required to pay the families of the victims for this tragedy compensation for their loss, and should also be required to immediately universally enforce the gun ban by posting security on every entrance. Everyone should be checked for weapons at entry to the campus. Or what is the point of the ban but to disarm innocents so that they can be murdered by a deranged killer?